Hello and welcome, everyone. It is Friday night. That means it's end of tour night. Gentlemen, how are you?
How's it going?
Meh.
Nah. Nah.
Meh.
Meh. I
Meh.
love it. Meh is okay, I guess. You know? Meh. That's right. My Mets were...
You're just gonna get different octaves of grunting tonight.
Oh, okay. All right.
Meh.
It is what it is.
Uh,
My Mets were losing when I left the other room, so that's not fun. But we're here, and
is it really a surprise?
what was that?
But is it really a surprise?
Yeah, actually, it kind of is.
Oh. Okay.
They're actually fairly okay. At least they were last year. Who knows what they'll be like this year? But
They almost always almost win.
The problem with them this year is the fact that the division that they're in just got stacked. So like last year, they really only had one team of competition. Now there's two that are probably on paper better than they are in every way. So yeah, we'll see how this year goes. I'm not, it's the second game. So, there's 160 left. If they lose tonight, oh, well, who cares?
What,
You
pesky
know?
gnat?
So, it is what it is. But I'm glad that you guys are here, and I'm glad that it's Friday. Hopefully, we'll be able to entertain for a little bit here. Just to get the stream started. Phil, you are already home.
I am.
Which means we can't really do Phil's ride home.
I'll take my laptop into my car to make, get the ambiance going.
But I'm glad that you're home, and what is the reason that you are home?
I finally got a day off.
That's like, yeah, right? Woo! That's
I know.
unbelievable. So what did you do with your day off? As I say hi, WW2 girl, welcome. So Phil, what did you do with your day off?
What you see me doing right now is what I did all day.
Nice.
He just sat there and stared at the pictures of himself on the wall.
Yeah.
That's not.
Built a little shrine for him,
Right.
that stuff.
I mean, I could totally see that. Oh yeah, and because the stream is different tonight, since there's only 3 of us, it's vertical picture, like it's vertical housings for all of our cameras, and you can only see the 2 men, the McGregor fight right behind him. You can't actually see the rest of the dorm.
Oh, really?
So yeah,
Okay.
so
Perfect.
he's safe tonight. He's
People
perfectly
missing out.
safe tonight.
For now.
For now.
People missing
Right,
out.
exactly. However, I will tell you, Phil, you need to move slightly to your right. So there you go. Keep going. A little bit more. No, not your camera, just you dummy. There you go. Now you're actually in the center of the frame. Before it was like two-face. Half your face was outside the frame. Justin, what's up? Butch is dealing with some stuff at home. He texted me earlier saying that he wasn't able to make it. Emily is at a Rangers game tonight, so you are stuck with the likes of us 3. So that
Should have
is,
broadcast the Rangers game.
that would have been fun. She is right. Like she posted a few.
I saw the
pictures.
pictures. Yeah.
She is right behind the glass.
And she's there with one of my old partners from Gavac.
Oh, nice.
I mean,
nice.
From this place I used to work out west in.
Out yonder by Farmer Joe's fucking
Somewhere over
berry farm, fucking.
where there was,
Yeah, that place we don't talk about.
Yes.
yes.
But yeah, so good evening, everybody. It's gonna be, like I said, just us 3. We're gonna be plowing through, most of, all the fun segments that we do. Hopefully, trivia tonight is not too hard for the masses. It is. I gave it earlier to my family, and my family didn't do so hot on it, and I expected them to rock it. So hopefully the chat pulls through tonight. and there's some fans of this subject matter out
Well,
there.
Justin might get it on. Yeah.
Justin might be rocking on some of these answers. But before we continue, the housekeeping as always. If you want to support the stream, please go ahead, use that tip and donate link. It's in the description of wherever you're streaming this. All those tips directly go back to Medic Materials to produce this content for you guys. So that's always a super awesome help. Also, make sure that you guys are checking in, especially the ones in New York. I have been uploading CMEs to the CME Academy literally once per day for the past like 5 or 6 days now. We actually just got our first contract with a local fire department to produce their CME program and utilize the academy for their CME research program for the next 3 years. So that's absolutely awesome. But there's a lot of really great information out there, and you can't beat the prices, to be honest. It's really hard to get into, free CMEs. These aren't free, but they are dirt cheap. So check that out. Link is in the description below. So to start off,
the best part is it goes for paying for better cameras and shit for us. So
absolutely, I reinvest
better production value.
I reinvest everything back into the stream and back into the program, and it's great to see how everything is progressing and all the support that we're getting from everybody. So please just keep that up. Even if you don't want to, help us out in a monetary way, just sharing the stream and making sure other people are seeing it, that goes a huge way. Interacting with the chat, hitting the like button, hitting the subscribe button if you're not a subscriber. We are 2 subscribers away from our goal of 30 subscribers for this week. So that's awesome. Make sure if you're not subscribed, hit the big red button on YouTube. So we did not get our Around the Bar segment last week because Phil was not here. So that
sorry.
Threw me off. And then we did Nurses with Bitches right off the rip. So
Nurses with bitches?
That sounds hot.
Nurses with Bitches. There you go.
I mean,
shit, why not? Like,
What?
It's okay. It's late and I'm drinking and it's Friday and it's all good. So let's see.
Was it number 7 or like 8?
What?
Nurses with Bitches. Which one were you watching?
I would say 2, at least 2.
Oh,
2?
Yeah.
Going old school. Yeah.
Going old school.
Yeah.
So
Back in the Wayback Machine.
Yeah, a little Stormy Daniels, right?
I mean, there's enough of that going around.
Here we go.
Here we go.
It's like AIDS.
Hey, Chris, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you guys aren't working too hard tonight.
Please don't.
Yeah, I don't want Justin working too hard.
Nah.
Yeah,
he doesn't work anyway.
No,
It'll interrupt his.
I thought
it's going to interrupt his sleep time.
So
Yeah.
He has to get that refreshing, 8 hours back.
We have to bring it up, the fact that you shared that post about his pager the other day. That was brilliant.
Oh, that was fantastic.
That was brilliant. And
he freaked the fuck out. I was like, all right, just chill the fuck out. I forgot what I told him. I was like, just like unclench your butt cheeks. Give me a second.
Yep.
All right.
And
Not trying to get you fired.
No.
I just thought it was nice. I was just going through my shit and I just happened to come across it. And I was like, holy shit, I remember this. And that was fucking funny as shit. It was the day he lost it. He didn't come to work with his pager.
Yep.
The one fucking time.
The one time. Oh man. And that's what's crazy about it is like his reaction was great. I just feel naked without it. Like, bitch, please.
Such a fucking loser.
Dude, as soon as you said it, I was like, hold on. You got to say this on the camera because like this is never going to happen again. So
and I'm so shocked that he actually did, which is even more crazy. Like, even, good sport.
Oh, I was like forcing it. I was like, no, come on. Go ahead. Say it.
Yep.
You know what you did.
Oh my God. So go ahead, Gerard. I will let you start around the bar tonight.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Wait, we didn't do it last week. I thought we did.
We did not do it last week. We skipped the around the bar, and later on in the show we did the what didn't you fuck up?
What didn't I fuck up? All
Which
right.
you are not allowed to say cooking this week. It's been excised off the list. You're not allowed to say it.
Well, I actually really didn't fuck up cooking tonight. It was really good.
I'm sure you didn't.
All right, so what haven't I talked about yet around the bar?
I don't know.
What was the last thing we talked about?
I don't know. I don't even remember.
Yeah,
it was like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
That memory care unit's starting to look pretty good, huh?
It's that dementia wing's starting to creep up on me fast.
Yeah.
Phil, you're getting attacked in the comments, and we're gonna come back. And
am I?
Oh yeah, you're getting attacked in the comments, and I need to bring this up because scandal. Let's just put it that way.
Really?
Scandal.
As soon as everything else is, as soon as we're done here.
So I don't know. So I guess, well, if you don't know my name by now, then you should probably hit in the head with a hammer. Yeah.
What? Brian, thank you for the sub.
Right on.
Thank you, Brian.
Me like you. I guess I'm originally from Florida. I don't know if a lot of people know that, so I'm sure all my close friends do. But I'm not originally a New Yorker. I'm not originally a North Carolinian. I'm a Floridian native, and was born and raised in Fort Lauderdale. So
that's a nice place.
It's a shithole.
It looks good on the map.
Dude, everything looks good on the map.
Pictures of it look good.
I know.
So they actually have
pictures
these fucking,
lie a lot.
So when I was in my teens, there was a big problem with tourists getting whacked down there because they venture off.
Hold on. The Italian or the non-Italian whacked?
The Italian
whack.
I was just clarifying.
It was so bad that there was actually a punk rock band that caught all kinds of flack because they named themselves Dead German Tourist.
Oh my God, that's
it was
wild.
fucking great. But yeah, so if you go down there today, you will see this along the highway. It's called the Sun Path. These little happy suns with smile. Stay on the Sun Path, tourists. Just stay on the Sun Path because if you go off the Sun Path, you probably get murdered.
No way. That's wild. Yeah. I didn't realize it was all that bad.
Oh, dude! As soon as you get off I-95, if you're in Miami, you're North Miami, Opelika, Hialeah, Pork and Beans, Overtown, Liberty City. You're fucking dead. Yeah.
Is there really a town called Pork and Beans in Florida?
It's called Pork and Beans. Yeah. Yeah.
Like on the map, you can Google Pork and Beans in Florida, or is that like a nickname?
It's a nickname. It's not the name of the actual part of the town, but
I got you. Because that would be fabulous.
What everyone knows it as, yeah. So
fair. All right.
Yeah, it's kind of a shithole, but it's just funny because everyone's it's so nice down there. I'm like, yeah, try growing up down there.
Right? Oh man. Yeah. All right, Phil, what do you got? I love how prepared you guys come each and every week.
Well,
I'll think of stuff.
We're actually making him talk, which is the problem. And
exactly.
And our official word counter isn't here tonight, so I can't even count Phil's words. So
look at that. That's 2 weeks in a row.
So honestly, I put out the thing, and Blaine, as we all know, Blaine was the only one to put in an official guess. So Blaine's not watching right now, but if he joins the stream later, I'm just going to announce this now. I'm just going to send him a sticker pack. So
maybe he got another date.
I'm still waiting for my sticker pack, Turk.
All right, well, I'm going to see you next week. I'll bring you a sticker pack, okay? There you go.
All right, that's fine.
Yes, that's true. I wonder if he is out on
Yeah, maybe you
another
got
date.
Date number 2. Huh?
Date no. Well, this he said it was a long-time girlfriend.
Or was it?
So
all right, well,
I'm thinking, maybe this was, dinner and hope to get lucky. Like, go out for some Italian food and, not get to pick the movie, not get to pick anything and still not get lucky at the end. Kind of date.
yeah. Sounds like marriage,
Hey, well, wait a minute. Why does it have to be Italian food?
right? You're prejudiced against Italians.
I'm not. I like Italian food. Like,
My best friend is Italian. I have lots of Italian friends.
I can
And they're
say
so well
these things.
spoken.
oh my god, you guys suck.
They barely talk with their hands.
Oh, they sound so eloquent sometimes.
So
Hey, yo.
as
Oh.
as Phil
They have such a great command of their vowels.
as Phil thinks about a thing to say, Val, yes, there are stickers, and I'm gonna toss them up in the camera here if you guys can see them. But
You know what?
That's-
You know what?
That's
Like
one
that
of the mental health podcast stickers. We got my favorite, well, not my favorite, but what the favorite of the crowds, they always like tear through these, is the thin white line Star Life, which is freaking awesome. We got the podcast logo.
Ooh, sweet.
We got the Medic Materials logo. And these are 2-inch stickers. Because I figure it's a whole lot easier to make 2-inch stickers than it is like, a lot of the other big ones.
Yeah, I got a laptop that has lots of sticker room right now.
Yep, another mental health
Yeah, so do I.
sticker.
Yeah.
Let's see this
The only
one.
one I got on there is like Magpul.
This one says, "Mindset is everything. Believe in positivity." The other mental health one says,
When the
"PTS."
fuck did we get so inspirational?
Right?
When we started doing a lot of things for mental health.
I feel like go to an
Oh, I
Anthony
didn't hear I didn't hear the mental health part. You cut out, so all I heard was you read the inspirational quote.
Yeah. So that's
My bad, everybody.
That's a mental health sticker. This one here is the mental health one. I didn't read it. It says PTS is not a disorder. End the stigma. Heal the broken. Repair the mind. This one.
Let's just put that on my fucking forehead.
Fucking A. Now I dropped a sticker.
Oh my god.
I know.
Riveting
I know, right?
television.
This one is our last mental health sticker. This one says no provider left behind. First responder PTS awareness. Then we have the official SCAR sticker.
Oh yeah.
Hey.
And then literally the most favorite sticker of mine is the Medic Materials Donuts Drip.
The donut IV.
The Donut IV podcast sticker. So that would be your sticker
Diabetes
pack.
right into you.
Yep, the diabetes, and thank you for Antonio for making a bunch of those, and then designing like Antonio.
I
designed
gotta
this one.
ask. Why do you keep trying to prove to us you know Italians?
Because
Antonio.
Shout out to Antonio.
Let's put it this way:
what's next, Giuseppe?
he's not Italian. Let's put it that way.
Vinny.
Nunzio.
No. Nunzio was Little Guido in ECW. All right, like he was never Nunzio. He was always Little Guido.
Little Guido.
All right, and
It's just funny because that's my great grandfather's actual name. Yeah.
All right, Phil, go ahead.
All right. So, fun fact. I've been doing a lot of golfing recently.
Oh, you and I are going.
I thought you were working on
hell
your
yeah.
spot thrusts.
I still am. I still find time for that, but in between, now that I have all this time off, one whole 24-hour period.
Wow.
Hey, he's
got a lot of bills,
There's a golf course literally 3 miles away from where I'm living now. And
It's covered in snow, but
No.
You know?
It's
And there's
covered
mountain
in
lions on it,
it's
but
covered
yeah.
in mud right now because everything
3
is covered
miles.
in mud.
Yeah.
But
Never
yeah,
mind
man.
the black bears and the
You
Wildcats.
you ever want to go golfing, you let me know early in the week and I will totally try and make it there.
I'm not good at it,
It doesn't
but
matter.
I golf.
It doesn't matter. When you become good at it, I will take you to my favorite golf course down south of here where I grew up. It is amazing. One of the best golf courses I've ever played, and it's this podunk local place, but it's phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal.
Y'all could come down here. There's like a golf course right on the fucking beach. I'm not even joking.
Right? I've
the golf
played-
carts cross the freaking road from
Yep.
one side to the other.
Yeah, so I've played an Arnold Palmer course down in Virginia, and that was literally right on the beach. A beautiful place. Played it there
And
with
like every single fucking person who's less than 25 years old just went, "Oh, I
Who?
love that iced tea."
right.
I know who Arnold Palmer is. Don't worry.
Well, that's good. At least one of us does. So Justin just said, Phil, let me know. I have a brand new set of clubs that I haven't used yet. So there you go. You got even another partner. But Phil, before
Oh,
we
boy.
go on any further, before I get to my thing, since we're talking all about you, our good
and
pal
the
Justin,
subject-
our good pal Justin brought up in the chat that let's see, where is it? He says, Phil, tell them how you're joining the firehouse.
Oh my God, no.
No. I said I would think about joining the firehouse.
It will consume you and suck you in.
Sure.
Next thing you know, you'll be driving a Chevy Silverado with a fucking flag with a thin red line sticker on the back.
A giant
18
light
fucking
bar.
light bars,
Yep.
you'll have your own siren going.
Wee woo, wee woo.
Have the freaking wailing inside there. Yeah, oh yeah.
So I'll tell you one thing, all right? And this is the thing that annoys the shit out of me. All right. So when I moved out here, I was looking at Jess and I were members of our fire department where we used to live. And we knew the chief, so like we never did anything. They were like, "Yup, it's great to have you here, but like if you show up once a year, awesome. Congratulations." So I used to literally do 3 calls a year, if that. And no one ever said a thing. And so she wanted to join it for community and stuff like that, get to know people in the area. So I was like, all right, whatever. And we did make some good friends through that department. So I went down just to get information from this local fire department, more thinking, all right, I can meet some people. We're brand new to the area. We don't know anybody. And
is it the one in the town that starts with the N?
yes.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So
we're gonna have to talk about that.
So it was crazy. It was like Jesus walked through the door and they were like, "Oh my God, we have to have both of you," and like latched into, "We have to have you." So they give me all the paperwork and everything, and I'm just
sounds like a cult.
It's seriously, that's how it felt. And they give me all the
Did they run the
paperwork.
yellow deli there?
What was that?
Do they run the yellow deli?
No, but
They asked if you wanted a calendar.
they did not. But I'm telling you, it felt sketchy. But what was crazy is that like I don't understand the concepts of this like firemen's and maybe Chris and Justin, you can put your opinions in here, because I know they're firemen, okay? Current firemen. You are old firemen, all right? I'm just making friends tonight, all right? But I don't understand.
Pictures. I was on Sidewinder Photography.
Oh man.
Once, looking into a portable pond, like, what the fuck's this?
So my question is, why, and I understand a lot of it is OSHA driven, but why don't we get with the program? All right. Why is it that OSHA physicals still have people shave completely to do their mask fitting and all this nonsense, when as soon as I'm done with that test, I'm going to grow it back. I'm not going to wear a mask, like, especially in EMS. They can test me for an N95. I'm never going to wear it unless there's actually hazardous chemicals, which I'm not going to be near. I'm not wearing this thing. I didn't wear it through COVID. I'm not wearing it now. So what's the point? And flat out, I'm one of those people
Me and Justin just wore freaking cloth face shields.
Me too.
Yeah.
But honestly, like, there came a time
In fact,
where I stopped
we
doing
showed up
that.
to work and we had the same exact face shield.
Yeah. So, like, what I don't understand is, like, why are they even making this a thing? Because there's people like me that will join to do 1 to 2 calls a year, but I refuse to join now because they're going to force me to shave. And no, I'm not doing that.
Well, it always makes me laugh because it's like, oh, you got to shave for your fit test and all stuff. And, you know, and then here comes the fucking salty motherfucker, you know, like an engineer come out. And he's got the big fucking mustache. He comes all the way to fuck down here. And it's like, that you can't possibly get a seal like that.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
As long as it's not, I think the rule is as long as it doesn't like touch the chin or like the cheeks, it's fine.
Oh, they get right the fuck to the line. You know damn well. You've seen the big fucking walrus motherfuckers.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, no, I know.
You know, they got the fucking leather. They got the fucking big old, you know, epic stash going.
Yeah, it's like, to me, it's just, it's like Justin saying, you know, it's, you know, literally like a CYA kind of thing, but it's stupid because you're costing people, you know, like if they're so dire need for people, right? Give me perfect bingo. There you go.
Here you go. You are no longer responsible.
Right. You know, and I'm not the only one that's like this. There's other guys that, you know, Jess has spoken to that in the area that are like, yeah, I refuse to do it too. It's stupid. You know?
All I did, and I was wearing a CBA, all I did was just grind it down a little bit and then pull really fucking tight.
Well, right.
Well, and then, so our fit test was, you put your fucking hand over the freaking, you know, the hose end and you go, and if you can't suck in, you got a good seal.
Right.
So.
Yeah, it's, I get, Chris, why it's there, but it's pointless if you're going to test somebody clean shaven and then, like me, I'm immediately going to grow it back and never, like, and I'm going to put that mask on over that beard or over my goatee or over whatever I have at the time.
Well, here's a question. What happens if you fail the fit test?
Yeah, nothing. They sign it off and there you go.
Well, then I fail.
We need members. Bye.
I fail.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It was.
I'll study harder next time.
So one of the things that my old department did was they realized that, like, Jess and I were not going to be wearing SCBAs. We weren't going to be doing any type of like interior, exterior fire operations. So they had a medical personnel only physical, which I didn't need to shave for. I didn't need to do a fit test because I wasn't wearing all this mask nonsense. This place does do that, and I think it's stupid. So they just lost me as a member because it's stupid and idiotic. You know? Like, yeah, I don't know. That's just my rant. It is what it is.
Does her old partner, is his place...
They're too far away.
They're too far away?
They're too far away. Yeah. Otherwise, I would.
Because I know they're right in that area.
He's been begging us, too.
I know.
Yeah, they've all been begging us. But you know, it is what it is. So, Phil, did you give me something or no? Oh, the golf thing. Never mind.
Golf.
I went off on my tangent. I'm sorry.
And then I was attacked for.
Dude, you know,
I was attacked for the fire department thing.
Yes, then you were attacked for the fire department thing. So I'm gonna kind of go off of the history lesson that Gerard did. My name is Mike. I'm hopeful that everybody here knows that by now, but if not, I'm Mike. And
hi, Mike.
Hi, Mike. We love you. No, it is, you know. So one of the
People who just tuned in are going to be like, "Wow, this is an AA meeting. Cool. I need a meeting right now."
I need one of those.
yeah, right. We'll give your chip in the
And then
mail.
he's like, "Oh, I'm sucking out a tasty beverage here. Maybe you should get one too."
Your medic materials chip will be in the mail.
Like, go get a drink.
Right? As I suck down the vodka and orange juice in my glass. But
Hey, this isn't a meeting.
so EMS, as many of you guys know, was not actually my first career choice. I have a history in art and photography. So before I started medic materials and started actually, doing EMS work, I went to college for professional photography. I opened up a photography studio, and I did.
Let me guess. White walls, a desk, your camera, and a couch.
No, nope. But no.
Good old casting couch.
No, so I did
false promises.
I did all commercial advertising.
Make you a star, kid.
And it's funny, like if I had chosen to move and relocate from where I was in upstate New York to downstate in like New York City, Long Island, I could probably still be doing photography for some marketing advertising firm. But the fact that I refused to move made it really, really hard. And ultimately I found EMS, and the past diverged and the rest is history. But yeah, that was actually my first career choice. And it's crazy because like, I'm sure you guys have done things and then stopped doing them and haven't, touched it for a long time. But like, really?
Sorry, 12-year-old.
4-year-old Gerard just stepped in the room.
You laughed too. I'm sorry.
But yeah, like, I haven't touched my like big pro camera in like 2 years. Like I don't go out and I don't shoot pictures of my kids or, landscapes or things that like would make me happy. I don't touch it. It's very rare that I pull that out and actually do something with it. I just use my phone like normal people. Like it's weird.
But now in the age of COVID, you could do this from home.
Oh, absolutely. I could do it from home. And I mean,
Zoom your pictures and have corporate meetings.
Here's the thing though, like was EMS anybody's first choice?
Nah.
I think there's
people.
There's people out there that it was their first choice, I'm sure. But
it was like my fourth, I'll be honest.
Well, and that's the weird thing that like where I'm finding out more and more, because like I always do an intake questionnaire in every CFR and EMT class that I do. And I always say there's always questions on there that what do you do for a living? And there's always a question, why do you want to be an EMT? And I literally put in there, I don't want an answer of I want to help the community, because that's bullshit. You're lying. I want to know why you're actually doing this. Because it gauges, like, are you here just for, like credit for the course so you could go get, like an engineering degree and this is just extra credit? Or are you here because you ultimately want to become a paramedic or a nurse or a doctor? Like, why are you here? Or is it just something that you said, oh yeah, I could totally do that. It looks easy, So I don't know. I think there are some people, I don't think it's a lot, that fall into EMS like, I'm going to grow up and I'm going to be a paramedic. Like, I don't think there's a lot of people that do that.
And in like, like a hot minute, their dreams are completely dashed. And then they realize it's not what it all was supposed to be.
Right.
This isn't TV.
Yeah. I
I wanted to be a lawyer before this.
Well, I got into it like, it just was never in my wheelhouse until, fucking tragedies and shit. And then, yeah, it was something where, like maybe if I'm honest, if I really think about it, it was during those moments, when I wasn't part of the team working on that person, where I was like, feeling like I was on the sidelines and stuff, and I, wanted to help people and stuff like that. But no, man, maybe deep down it was just I was looking for something to get back in the action, and the light bulb went off, and I was like, oh, I could do this and get back in the action.
I just wanted to do something different. It's like I was working at, a body shop, like automotive work. And then I wanted to go to law school after that, and I wasn't gonna do a 9 to 5 mundane thing.
Yeah, I did the same thing. I was like doing like freaking pre-law, constitutional issues classes, and writing up briefs from the Supreme Court and all that shit. And I was like, you know what, man, I don't know if I can do this.
Yeah, like I got accepted.
Like, I should have fucking done that.
I got accepted for the law school in the big city by our area because
you should go.
Well, this was before I went to medic school, and I'm like, you know what? I'll ride this whole EMS thing out, and I kick myself in the fucking ass for it every time.
Hey, you know what? You're not too old. You'll do it.
Yep. That's the nice thing is like you are not too old. Make it happen. Go do shit. Be cool. So let's see. We got a couple people saying what their first choices were. We got I'm thinking that Kev Prime said Baker. I don't know if he put a question mark after it, so maybe he wanted to be a baker, or maybe he thought one of us was going to be a baker. I'm not entirely sure, but I did work in a bakery for a little while, a family bakery.
The body for a baker.
You do. The bakery was a lot of fun. I actually really enjoyed working in the bakery.
I enjoy the labors of their love.
Oh, we used to make these little, they were little, cookie boats that my brother used to, we used to make the shells, and then we used to fill them with a flavored mousse, and I used to eat those things by the dozen. They were so good. We got forensics analyst. That's pretty cool. Telecom, EMS, lumberyard.
Okay.
So yeah,
right in the lumberyard.
There's that's right, Justin. You were a painter. Thank you.
That's right.
Thank you again for helping me paint my last house.
And the tent guy.
And the tent guy. Yep. Also came to my house. Didn't drop that on us. Awesome.
That's good.
Yep. Good for him. So we're gonna go into trivia early tonight.
Oh wait, hold on a second. We forgot the most important part of Justin.
Oh, okay. What's the most important part of Justin?
He was fucking 11 Bravo. He's a fucking infantryman.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, the painter, the tent dude. Yeah. Oh, forget the fact that he served his fucking nation.
Right.
Right.
Jerk.
Right.
What a jerk. But to trivia. All right. So, as I said before, these questions might be tough, but I'm hoping that people pull it out in the chat. I think there's going to be enough people that might know some stuff, but this week was the first opening week for Major League Baseball. I'm a huge Mets fan. Watched the game yesterday. Didn't get to finish the game tonight, but that's all right. I'll finish it tomorrow. Whether they win or lose, it doesn't matter. Got to watch it. But I wanted to do a 10-question trivia on baseball. So if you guys know the answer or have a guess, throw it in the chat. We'll read those off, and then we'll go to you guys. I'm predicting that Phil will know one answer. We're gonna throw it on that Phil knows one answer because he went to one baseball game, so he's knowledgeable. He knows stuff. What do you think, Phil?
Probably not.
That's all right. You rocked it in Star Wars trivia, so this is your makeup night. This is your makeup night.
You gotta do one, about like lats and quads, and you'll get that.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
All right, let's
Do
see.
a whole trivia night dedicated to bodybuilding. I'll probably figure it out.
All right.
Bunch of oily men bending and stretching and bending.
Oh, yummy. That's
Shorty rope squat thrusts.
Mm.
The packages have arrived.
All right. We got our
Delivery in
intense.
your ear.
We have our intense trivia music going. Oh, there you go. Hood hippie, I got this. I grew up in Cooperstown. There you go. All right. Number 1. What is the third oldest baseball stadium in the United States? The third oldest.
Do they count if they've been rebuilt?
No.
But it's the same name?
Nope.
Okay, then
Original
that's out.
stadium. So it can't be Yankee Stadium.
That's what I was thinking. I was going to count it as one, but
Nope.
But
Yep,
yeah, they
it's
not
got
only rebuilt it, but they fucking moved it.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Hold on, let me Google it, Blaine. That's cheating.
Hey, A for freaking resourcefulness.
I know, right? That's why you're a good EMT. You should move to New York and be one of our partners.
Or stay in a state that's free and don't ever go on the other side of the fucking Berlin Wall.
I mean, you could do that too. All right. Blue Lions got it with Dodger Stadium in California, 1962.
Wait a minute. What? Third oldest, you said?
Third oldest.
Okay. Gotcha.
You got Fenway in
I was
Boston.
thinking in Shea.
Shay's destroyed.
I'm sorry, not Shea. Wrigley Field.
Yep. So Wrigley's number 2. You got Fenway, built in 1912 in Boston.
Yep, Wrigley.
Wrigley that was built and opened in 1914 in Chicago. And then the next oldest that's still in use is Dodger Stadium, 1962.
Now, when was Shea was built in what, 69?
Shea opened
Hold on.
in, oh my God, like it was 2 years after the Mets started. They started in 62, so around 64, 65. Because they played in the Polo Grounds for the first 2
Right,
years.
they played the Polo Grounds for the first year.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool.
And
Nice
then,
one.
And then that got destroyed in like 2007, 2009, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
All right. Numero dos. Numero dos. In 2005, the Montreal Expos relocated to what city?
Oh, too easy.
Montreal Expos to what city?
Too easy.
And Blaine rebuttals with, I live in Illinois, nothing is free. It's just as bad as New York, bro.
Yeah,
I feel
man.
your
You gotta get
pain.
south. Get south.
There are
And then
two
we're
things
one.
guaranteed in life: death and taxes.
Yep.
Except they're very, very, very less likely here.
Yep.
I think I had a whopping like $60 taken out of my fucking paycheck for state tax.
Must be
something like that.
nice.
Yeah.
Must be nice. Doesn't North Carolina not have state income tax, or is that?
No, it does. It does, but it's at 4.9% flat tax for everybody.
Gotcha.
But-
Okay.
But they already passed a law that a legislation that over the next 10 years they have to reduce it every year until it reaches 3.9%.
Nice.
Oh,
Nice. All right,
Nice.
we got a couple answers coming through. Blaine and Blue Lion both say Toronto.
No.
Toronto.
Wrong.
Gerard, what would your guess be?
They became the pesky Nats.
They become the Washington Nationals. That is correct. They moved to Washington, D.C. and became the Nationals.
Yep.
All right, on to number 3. Here we go to another ballpark question. Which team plays at Great American Ballpark?
Oh, see, this one.
This is honestly one of the most beautiful ballparks out there. That's why I picked it. and it's one of the
Kansas
oldest
City?
teams. This is my hint. This is one of the oldest teams in Major League Baseball. If not the oldest. I believe it's the oldest team.
White Sox?
Wrong.
You are so close, though.
Oh, the Tigers.
Nope.
Really?
No. It's got a Sox in it.
Red Sox.
Oh God.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. They don't have a Sox in it. That's my fault.
They don't.
Oh,
have
well,
that.
However,
I was gonna say.
they do wear red socks on their home jerseys. Justin's got it. All right. It is the Cincinnati Reds.
Cincinnati Reds. Yeah, the big red machine. Wow.
And why I thought Red Sox is because their original name was I don't know if it was Cincinnati, but their original name was the Red Stockings, and then they shortened it over the time to Reds.
Yeah. But good choice because it's kind of like the London Silly Nannies. Don't want to
That'd be a
shorten that a little bit.
That'd be a fun, right? Well, I mean, there's a lot of teams that shorten their name. Look at the Mets; they were the New York Metropolitans, and then they shortened it to the Mets.
Yeah.
All right, number 4 is an easy one. You guys got this.
Are you sure?
An E5 is an error
Ooh.
recorded to which position player?
Easy. Too easy. You
E5
got this, Phil. You got it.
recorded to which position player?
Think about it, Phil. You got it. Come on.
You're such a dick.
The only E5 I know is sergeant, so or staff sergeant technically.
All right, people are thinking about who's on first, what's on second. I don't know's on third.
Isn't it like-
Has anyone come up with the right answer yet?
Justin chimes in with the
Correct.
answer.
Okay. Good.
Isn't it like catcher?
Nah.
Nope.
Yeah. All right. Understandable.
Wait a minute. Let's expound on that. Why is that understandable?
I don't know.
He's like,
Let's
I
just
don't
keep
know.
going.
I don't know what the
Because I
fuck
was
I'm doing.
wrong.
All right, Justin's got it with third base. Third base. All right, moving on to number 5. This one stumped my 90-year-old grandpa, who's been watching baseball since the Brooklyn Dodgers, well before they left for California. And this stumped him. And it is the staff sergeant, according to Blue Line. All right, number 5. How would an immaculate inning happen?
Isn't that from the Bible?
No. And yes,
You must have prayed to Jesus to be able to pull one off.
Who's on first is an amazing skit. 100%. Absolutely
Greatest one of
100.
all time.
Greatest one of all time.
Actually, just listened to it about a couple weeks ago.
Oh, it's so
Just
classic.
because every now and again you just got to listen to it. It's just great.
Absolutely. All right.
In fact, when me and Tammy get in arguments and stuff, I get to a point where I'm like done. I'm just like, third base! And I walk away.
So, let's see. That's Immaculate Conception, according to Blaine.
Yeah.
Justin and Chris have it in the chat. Gerard, do you have a guess on the Immaculate Inning?
3 up and 3 down. I mean,
3 up and 3 down in what fashion?
strikeouts, all Ks.
Absolutely.
Correct.
3 up, 3 down, 9 pitches. All
Also-
strikeouts.
And to keep going with the military thing, it's a sergeant major too. Go ahead.
Yeah, so people are calling. Yeah, somebody, Blue Line said staff sergeant. Justin said that's wrong. I don't know what it is after that, but
Well, 3 up and 3 down is sergeant major.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
3 stripes up to 3 stripes down, sergeant major.
Yeah.
Wow, Garrett Cole did it twice yesterday. That's freaking nuts.
Really?
That's awesome. That's absolutely awesome. All right, numero 6. If you watch Dirty Jobs, you will know this answer.
I do watch that show.
Oh no, I'm sorry. This is the wrong. That's the next answer. That's the next question.
Yeah, forget what he said.
Forget what I
Fuck
said.
me, I
strike
guess
it.
then.
Strike
Don't
it.
watch that show.
Move to
Keep
the
going.
next. Shush. All right. Number 6. Before the recent rule change, how far apart was each base? This one, easy breezy, people.
Did
Easy
they
breezy.
actually move the distance?
They made the bases, instead of each being 15 inches, they're now 18 inches. So you've lost 6 inches between the bases. So it's no
It's
longer.
never good to lose 6 inches.
It's
I
no
was gonna say, now, are
longer.
these real inches or are these like man inches?
No, these are like real inches.
Okay. All right.
All right. Justin's yelling at people about sergeant versus staff sergeant.
Oh boy.
Justin, let it go. It was a joke.
And you weren't even in the E4 Mafia, so just relax.
All right. Justin throws in the right answer. Gerard, what is the right answer?
90 feet.
90 feet is correct. There you go. All right, yeah.
Greatest
now it's,
line in any baseball themed movie. Willie Mays Hayes. He's like, were you going somewhere, meet? About 90 feet.
Yeah, now because of the increased size of the bases, it's now 89, what, 6?
Wow.
89.6? Yeah, it's no
That's
longer
lame.
90 feet.
That's lame.
All right, so this is the one that if you watch Dirty Jobs, you will know this. All right, number 7. Before each game, every baseball is rubbed with what substance? Legal substance. Let's just put it that way. No pine tar. No
My first answer was sandpaper.
no sandpaper. What legal substance does every baseball in the major
It's
leagues
a
get
belt
rubbed
buckle.
Nice little bit of beeswax.
in? Just because I like to hear it.
Wrong.
Wrong.
All right.
Wrong.
All right. Blaine's got it. Do you have a guess there, Gerard?
Oh, the fuck is it? I don't know. It's like glossy shit, isn't it?
Nope. So we got, let's see. We got Justin, grip powder, hood hippie, spit. I like that one. Chris, pine tar.
Yeah. I said pine tar, sandpaper, belt buckle.
Blaine is the only one who's got it correct with mud.
Mud.
Each one is, so there was a Dirty Jobs episode, and I forget exactly where the
And
mud
someone
comes
loves the
from.
ball.
So yeah, so this guy, he literally lives in a development. Like, you would never know that this guy literally does this for the MLB. He goes
No
out
shit.
to this special riverside wherever he lives. He gathers up all this mud, he strains it in his garage, he fills up all these tubs, and then he sends it to the MLB. And before every single game, the umpires take some of this mud and do this with the ball. And every single ball that is ever used in MLB is rubbed with this one particular mud from this one particular guy who does it in his garage. It was on Dirty Jobs.
There's
Was that
definitely
because-
meth in that mud.
Yeah, like it's.
I was gonna say, is it because of like it fills in any scuffs to make a fine surface, or
I don't know the reason. I'm assuming
because
because
if
it
someone's
probably
doctored
makes
the ball, you know what I'm saying?
It-
Like if it got doctored, then it would like fill it in and
Well,
it
right,
wouldn't-
and
yeah.
and you don't have the tack from the original ball,
Right.
so
right,
yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Let's see, MLB mud from. All right, here we go. Let's see. It's a special mud from the Delaware River, from the Jersey
it's Delaware.
the Jersey side of the Delaware River.
Oh, so it's radioactive. That's what it is.
Yeah. It's gonna melt your skin if you touch it with your bare hands.
Right?
Right.
Oh my god. All right, let's see. All right, what's my next one here? What number was that? That was number 7. All right, so this one's just fun. You had to have watched baseball. You have to have watched, like, there's YouTube shorts on this. It is just so fun to watch. All right. Number 8. Which Hall of Fame pitcher famously exploded a bird with a pitch? My pop thought all the way back to 1907 for a guy. And
Oh, really?
because he was thinking names, like nicknames of pitchers, not like
Right.
actually exploding a physical bird with a pitch. This
Like
is,
taking the mound is the exploding bird.
right?
Yeah,
Right.
I think he even threw at his son at a father-son game. Isn't he a convicted felon? Well, he ought to be.
Well, he ought to be.
Whole strategy, God.
We got a couple good answers in the chat going here. Blaine, very good guess, but incorrect. Justin and Chris both have it. If you go way back in the Wayback Machine,
Wasn't it John Rocker?
it was not John Rocker. But oh man, I have a story about John Rocker. It was Randy Johnson when he played.
That's right. That's right. All right.
Yep, when he played with the Diamondbacks. So
I
this
thought that was gonna be too easy. 'Cause I'm like, I think Randy Johnson did it, but I'm like, nah, it's got to be some weird, obscure fucking pitcher that
nope, nope.
was like around for a hot minute.
This dude, I love watching the shorts of this. Like, you watch him release the thing, and
it just
next thing you know,
fucking boom.
the bird goes
I
vroom, right in front of the pitch, and you just watch white feathers go poof, and the bird's like instantly dead on the ground.
What the hell? What field was it that had the fucking squirrel?
Oh,
That time.
I remember.
Remember the squirrel?
I remember the squirrel. I don't
Yeah.
remember what field that was. City Field had a bunny once, and I was like, "What?"
That's right.
I was like, "What?
That's right.
What the Sam hell is a bunny doing in New York City in Flushing?" But I remember. So my John Rocker story, right? So remember when, in the '90s, late '90s, early 2000s, the Braves and the Mets were going for the pennant. And John Rocker was starting to, be very vocal in Flushing. Like, he was getting death threats from people. It was wild. And like, he would say shit on the subway, riding the 7 train into the stadium. Like, it was nuts. I remember driving back home from my great grandpa's house, who was just down the road from Flushing in Howard Beach, Queens, and I remember the Mets game going on at Shea Stadium at the time, and from the highway, which, isn't very far from where it is, but you could roll down your window and hear the FU Rocker chants going from the stadium. It was so damn loud. Like, this, literally, I don't know how the man didn't die. It was wild. St. Louis Cardinals rally squirrel, apparently.
Oh,
Blaine
squirrel.
says.
That's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Because there was one team that also had the rally monkey. I forget which one that one was, too. But, yeah, they would swing the monkey. I don't know. It's baseball. Baseball.
Peter
fans-
was good with that, huh?
Hey, man, I guess so. And it was a California team, so I'm even more shocked that PETA allowed that. All right. Number 9. To achieve a perfect game, what must happen? This one's easy. If they got immaculate inning, you definitely know what a perfect inning is. I'll accept a couple answers for this.
Perfect game.
Perfect game. Perfect game.
You said
What
perfect-
must
you said
happen?
perfect inning.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm drinking.
that's okay. Have another drink.
Keep going. Polish that one off.
So
Yeah.
it's gonna be really fun in October. While I wait here for people to toss their answers in the chat.
Oh, I'm gonna get somewhere else for that, but okay.
No, isn't it like no strikeouts or whatever?
Nope. So in October, I don't know who's gonna get the call from the minors to the majors here, but October 1st is a Sunday, which means I, for the first time ever, will not be in the podcast. Which means one of you schmucks have to run the live stream.
One of us fucking
Hold
schmucks
on,
will have
hold
to
on.
be here.
Hold on, you really think the Mets are going to be in October?
No. I'm gonna be working on Sunday.
Uh,
October 1st is a Sunday, so I'll be working.
gotcha.
So I won't be able to run the live stream or the podcast from work. So again, one of you guys is going to have to run it. That's going to be fun and festive.
Well, your words were
Who's your man?
one of you fucking schmucks is gonna have to run the live stream.
Yeah, it's a way to motivate your men.
Yep, there you go. I do my best.
You know?
While
Hey,
I
schmuck, get over here.
while I drink some more.
Fucking schmucks.
All
So-
right,
Do we have the answer, please?
we do.
Yeah.
All right.
Correct.
So, Hood Hippie's close, except that it actually somebody pitched a perfect game and still lost. So it's not 0
Yes.
points. Chris has
Nope.
it as 27 up, 27 down.
27 down.
All right.
Nobody reaches base.
Bingo. So Justin elaborated a little bit more. No runs, no hits,
No
no
walks.
men on base.
No walks either.
Exactly. No man can reach first base through
Yeah.
27 outs. That is a perfect game. Awesome. All right, last one. If you don't know this one in your sleep, I guess you're Phil.
Ooh, I should ask my bonus question after this.
This player's number 42
We did
was
discuss
retired by
this.
all MLB teams. I should see 57 chats going. Phil
Except
wants
Phil.
to answer. No, Phil's got his hand up.
It was Jackie Robinson.
Holy smokes!
All right.
Phil got one. The last one. I knew he'd get one of these.
Now I'm going to ask the bonus question that you two can't say a fucking word about. We already talked about it.
Okay.
You two fucking idiots.
You-
All right, you two fucking schmucks. All right,
You two fucking gushmucks.
the two putzes.
All
All
right.
right.
All right.
Bonus question: who was the last Major League Baseball player to wear number 42?
Dun, 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 dun.
Gotta know this one, dude. You gotta know.
Oh no, the chat's pretty quiet right now. People are thinking.
Get away from Google.
They're all Googling it.
They're all
Get the fuck
googling
off
it.
of Google. You ain't winning no fucking prizes. You're only cheating yourself.
Oh no!
But
Why
I'm gonna
don't
get Facebook love.
My kids are gonna be so proud of me.
Oh, Justin's got it.
Nice.
Chris got it.
Nice.
All right,
Ready?
Gerard, what is the answer?
Mariano Rivera.
Absolutely.
Correct. Greatest closer of all time. Because he was grandfathered in because he'd already had the number before they retired the number. And of course, you're Mariano Rivera. They're not going to make you change your fucking number.
No, absolutely not.
If
That
you were
would-
Jabba Chamberlain, you're fucked.
Oh man,
Take the jersey as they kick you out the door.
right? Bye. Oh my god. Yeah, so I think next week we might have to do wrestling trivia solely because WrestleMania is this
Fuck
weekend.
yeah.
So
Hell yeah.
as of right now, the
like
the
WWF, WWE,
Yep.
that kind of stuff. Not Greco-Roman.
nope,
All right.
not Greco-Roman,
Now
professional
is there
wrestling.
Real wrestling.
is there like
real wrestling.
a cap?
Not
Like will
oil
it be all the way
So
will it be all the way back to like WWF?
okay.
Well, there
So-
was no 3 Ws.
Yes, there was back in the 60s.
right.
It
Yeah, there
That's
was.
right. There was.
Worldwide Wrestling Federation.
Wrestling
Bingo.
Federation. Yeah.
Yep. It didn't turn into the WWF until the late 70s, early
Yeah, yeah,
80s.
Early 80s.
And then they tapped out to a panda.
So I'm thinking because Gerard's here and Gerard doesn't know anything about current wrestling past like 2000, I'm going to have to put in all of wrestling. So, and
Alright.
and let's put it this. So should I keep it to WWE, WWF, or should I branch it out to like
WCW, get
WCW,
that in too.
ECW, TNA, AEW? Like, what should I do?
Oh. I'd say keep like
If it's pre-2000, I get it.
I 100% for life. Going with it. Or
NWO.
for,
Yep.
I think it's this way. For life.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Razor Ramon.
The bad guy.
I'm
That's
the
right.
bad guy.
So let's do it this way because it's the greatest decade of wrestling. Well, the
Attitude Era.
I will make it.
It really was. It was the flagration, whatever the fuck, however you pronounce that fucking word. It was the cross-mogenation of like the greatest eras at the same time. You know?
So
Cross-mogenation sounds like a disease.
Yeah.
so
There was all kinds of cross-mogenation going on.
so
Ugh.
But like you had WCW merging with WWF and all that, just Flair and the Four Horsemen showing up on freaking WWF shit, and then you had fucking NWO and all that crap. I mean, yeah,
it was a great time to be alive for being a
the
wrestling
Macho
fan.
King.
Yep. So
You know?
I will say this. We'll do 15 years of wrestling. All right.
All right.
We will do I'll do 25 years of wrestling. I will go from 1980 to 2005 with
All right.
WWE, WWF,
Fair.
WCW, and ECW.
All right.
I'll do those
Cool.
three because who wants to really talk about any of the other ones?
Well,
Except
not me.
the only
See,
thing,
this is
the only thing,
But hold on.
hold on. The only thing worthwhile talking about after 2005 was the woo off, and everybody
That's
knows
true.
about the woo off.
the Woo Off is the greatest. I watch the Woo Off at least once a week just to refresh. Woo! 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 You see Flair like having a fucking heart attack.
And the fact
But then
that
when
was
he takes the jacket off and then drops the freaking elbow, it's like, oh my god, it's like so perfect.
the fact that was completely unplanned and unscripted makes it so much better.
I know.
Like, oh my god, it was the greatest.
And he did him so good. It was like, oh my god, like I think Ric Flair had a black child.
Oh my, it was.
He was perfect.
He was so perfect. And honestly, like, one of the crazy things is, did you see Jay Lethal as the Black Machismo? Where he did instead of being Ric Flair, he was the Macho Man?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god,
Ooh, I gotta see
it
that.
was just as good. It was
No shit.
it was probably him as Ric Flair was phenomenal. But
Oh,
I
yeah.
think him as Black Machismo was better.
Really?
Was better. He'd come out, ooh yeah, like he got the neck veins popping, like he was phenomenal.
Cream always rises to the top. Yeah. These little creamers out.
So, all right. So I posed this one to the crowd. I'm pretty sure I remember the answer, but Blue Lion just chatted, who had the Cobra Clutch, Iron Sheik or Sergeant Slaughter? I remember. Yeah, but the
Iron
Iron
Sheik.
No. It was the Camel Clutch.
It was the Camel Clutch for Iron Sheik. It was the Cobra Clutch for Sergeant Slaughter.
Okay.
That's what I remember the Cobra Clutch for. I don't know if I don't remember if that's wrong, but that's what I remember.
Wow. Yeah, that's the Wayback Machine right there.
That is the Wayback Machine. Yeah, because Sergeant Slaughter was based off of G.I. Joe, so that's why it was the Cobra
He was-
Clutch.
Character, yeah.
Right. So, yeah.
Although the greatest video ever, if you got a chance, look it up. It's on YouTube. It's Sergeant Slaughter talking about communists. It's the fucking. He's like, "Do you smell that? I smell commies." It's fucking great.
Let's see. Oh, where is it? I'm trying to find it. Oh, I'm gonna.
Sergeant Slaughter and commies.
Yeah, it's
Do you
not.
smell that?
And he takes like this big whiff.
Yeah, that's not what I'm looking for. I'll find it.
Yeah.
Let's
There's
see.
so many edits of like the old school like
Oh, yeah.
golden era WWE where it's just the like gasps of air in between the interviews.
Yep.
But
That-
sure, I mean, even the the non-ring people were like, to me, were phenomenal. I do kind of want to start watching it again to kind of see what's going on, and
You should
kinda-
watch WrestleMania this weekend.
all right, maybe I'll do that.
Tomorrow night is night 1, and then night 2 is on Sunday.
All right, maybe I'll do that. 'Cause, no, I'm just like I said, man. I miss watching. I used to enjoy it. I know things got to change and shit, but like back then, like Mean Gene Okerlund, and you had fucking Ravishing Rick Rude,
Yep.
fucking Jesse fucking Ventura doing announcing, like being the fucking heel announcer
Yep.
was like great,
All right. So let me just know if you guys can hear this. All right. Can you hear anything?
It cuts in and out.
Yeah, it's in and out.
Next week marks the return of the Black Machismo Open Invitational to TNA. So, Jay Lethal, I guess it's safe to say that the first match of the series, when you faced Jim the Anvil Neidhart, did not go according to plan.
Is that right? Did not go, huh? You place your bets against me, huh? You go to Atlantic City? How about Las Vegas, huh? Let me tell you something, huh? How can I prepare for a match if I don't know who I'm wrestling, huh? Like a blindfold match with the Snake Man? I don't know why these
Oh my God.
He's fucking
But,
perfect.
Jay, what are you talking about? You
Dude, I'm not
invited
seeing
them.
it, and all I'm hearing is Macho.
That's what I'm saying. He's
know how to
fucking
word
perfect.
out, don't you? I got the master plan.
The little breaths in between.
Yeah, like signing autographs in high school gyms, pull aside a young punk and tell him how it ought to be. Yeah, I don't care who my opponent is next week, because I'm coming out on top. Yeah, just like the week after that, and the week after that,
Yeah,
and the week after that, until I'm in there with Hogan, and I rewrite the history books. Oh, yeah!
And I love how he threw in the "I'm gonna come out on top."
Dude, that was great.
All right, hold on.
You saw the thing I sent you today, right?
I don't know.
Forget it. Then you don't know.
Hold on. We're gonna. Here we go. We're gonna do it because we have to.
Yeah, the Macho Man.
Get him.
And Phil's about to cut his wrists.
This. Speaking of Jay. Here we go.
Woo!
Woo!
I have the privilege to be on the road, up and down. Late nights, parties, kissing the girls, and making them cry. With the Horsemen, you guys, as far as I'm concerned,
Oh, those inflections are perfect.
No
They're fun,
Horsemen. That
they're
is
phenomenal.
disrespectful to me and this wrestling business.
And Flair's just sitting there like,
Right, what the fuck?
Mirror on the wall. Who is the fairest of them all? Why you? It's your boy, not that pisshead Jay Lethal. Hey!
Oh, the coats are coming off. Oh, the shoes are coming off.
That's right. Come on, brothers. Let's see what you got. Let's see your Rolex. Let's see what you got. Come on. Come on. Come on. Let's see what you got. You want? You
Oh my
want
God,
to see something?
it sounds like someone's having an argument with himself.
Right?
Well, Flair's got one shoe on,
You
by the way.
want to see it?
Yeah.
You want to see it?
Yeah.
Watch this.
Oh, he's strutting. And boom. Boom.
He is driving Flair nuts, man.
Right there is the greatest thing you have ever seen.
You can't beat me. You can't do me. And I'm cutting you off right now.
Cut you off right now.
Yeah.
You don't cut me off.
Woo!
Hey, don't you start that with me.
Woo! Woo!
Don't you be upset with
Limousine
me.
riding, jet flying, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, son of a gun that could kiss any woman right here, even that fat one, and make her cry.
Big man, don't get me wrong. Don't you be upset because they tore Old Space Mountain down.
upset. But hey, because of Slick Rick,
oldest ride, longest line. Woo!
Well, Rick, thanks to me, Space Mountain.
See what you got, man. Let's see what you got.
There's the other shoe drop.
You know what? To that,
This is insane.
you want
Come on,
to see
bring
that? You know what?
Oh, all right. Hold on. Chris is asking me to put it in the stream. Let's see. we can do that.
And Bill looks like he's getting ready to stick somebody up.
All right.
This is a stick up.
There's a stick up.
Check out my lats.
All right, here we go. We'll just because this is priceless TV, we'll start from the beginning.
Woo!
Oh, they can actually see it now?
I had the
Yeah.
privilege
Oh,
to
nice.
be on the road, up and down. Late nights, parties, kissing the girls, and making them cry. With the Horsemen.
Oh my God.
You
The look on
guys,
Flair's face is
as far
phenomenal.
as I'm concerned, are no horsemen. That is disrespectful to me and this wrestling business.
Mirror on the wall.
On the wall.
Who is the fairest of them all? Why'd you, Nature Boy, not that pisshead Jay Lethal?
Hey! That's right.
Whoop.
Come on,
DuckTales.
brother. Let's see what you got.
You can
Let's see it rolling. Let's see what you got. Come on.
throw all your
Come
clothes
on.
away, Rick.
Come on. Let's
Throw
see
them
what you
away.
got.
You want to see something? Let me
Yeah.
show you something.
I want to see it.
Here goes the code.
Flair's got one shoe on,
You
by the way.
want to see it?
Yeah.
You want to see it?
Yeah.
Watch this.
I can't even see it. I already know what's going on.
Boom.
He is driving Flair nuts, man.
Right there is the greatest thing
You can't
you
do
have ever seen.
You can't be me. You can't do me. And I'm cutting you off
cut
right
you
now.
You cut me
cut
off.
off. Yeah.
You don't cut me off.
Woo!
Hey, don't you start that with me.
Woo! Woo!
Don't you be upset with
Limousine
me.
riding, jet flying, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, son of a
dealing.
gun that could kiss any woman.
He is totally
right
about
here.
to have a freaking
Even that
stroke.
fat one, and make her cry.
Big man, don't get me wrong. Don't you be upset because they tore old Space Mountain down. Don't be upset. But hey, because of Slick Rick, they rebuilt it.
Oldest ride, longest line. Woo! Woo!
Well, Rick, thanks to me, Space Mountain.
See what you got, man. Let's see what you got.
There's the other shoe drop.
You know what? To that,
This is insane.
you want
Come on,
to see
bring it.
something? You know what?
Woo!
Come to the ring
Woo!
right now.
Woo! Woo! Woo!
Damnedest thing I've ever
You
seen.
got nothing.
Limousine riding, Rolex wearing, kiss stealing. Brother, watch this, girls.
Oh.
The all-new Pilot Trail
That was
Oh
great.
my God. It is literally the
Oh my God.
one of the best things in freaking not just pro wrestling, but I swear it is one of the best pieces of TV ever.
And that, I mean, and that's it. It's like, you know, we're coming to the end of that era. I mean, those guys are all gone. I mean, you know, Flair's kind of hanging around, and then that's it. You know, I mean, he just turned 70 something the other day, and you know, because I follow on Facebook, and it's like, damn, man, you ain't gonna get that anymore. You're gonna get whatever new is out there.
Well, so new isn't bad. Like, new is just different from what it was in the 90s and 80s. It's just a different style. It's like, and depending on what company you go to, you know, like WWE has really great storylines, but then they have really terrible ones that they just like throw shit together, and it's just awful. But the wrestlers themselves, wrestling has turned into athletics. It's not, you know, Bob Backlund and Hogan going, and they all have 3 moves, and they suck at all of them, and it's just miserable to watch, right?
But you had characters, and that's why they, you know.
Well, right. Today, you have characters, but they're more personal. Like, you don't have these flamboyantly crazy characters. You have, you know, Kevin Owens. He's a guy, he likes to fight and beat people up. Like, that's what you got. But
see that we get enough of that in real life, you know. It's like I want to watch something that is up over the top. That's like someone that's just a bigger than life. Like, dude, like when you hear that music kick in, you know you're gonna look down that freaking aisle, and any second, Ultimate Warrior is gonna come tearing ass down that fucking thing, jump in the ring, throw the ropes up and down, and then just immediately start whooping ass.
Yeah, but
you know,
Ultimate, like,
bell or any of that shit.
Right, but again, like, that's the difference, right? Ultimate Warrior was this big persona, but when you looked at his wrestling, he was awful.
Oh, yeah.
He was so bad, right? Now you have those personas where you get this incredible pop when people walk into the arena, but they're athletic and they put on such a freaking phenomenal wrestling match that you're just like blown out of your mind. Like, how is this good? I was watching WWE's last pay-per-view, and because I don't watch their weekly shows, I only watch their pay-per-views now. And I was watching it, and it was Elimination Chamber. I know you don't know what that is, but people in the chat will. And it's a larger version of a steel cage match, more or less. Yeah. And the women's version was like, okay, you know, they had some good spots, but it was kind of sloppy, like whatever. But the men's version was one of the best 5-star matches, in my opinion, that I've seen in the last 10 years. It was brilliant.
So I have Peacock, and I have gone on and watched some of the old, you know, WrestleManias and SummerSlams and stuff.
Right.
I figured I thought I'd, you know, like start at like 84 and start working my way up. But yeah, maybe I'll skip ahead a little bit and go.
So honestly, like I'm going back right now. I'm rewatching all of WCW. I started it from like 1991 when it was still Eastern Championship, and I'm going until they closed.
When it was on TBS.
Right. So
yeah.
So I'm doing that, and I went back and I started rewatching all of the Monday Nitros from WCW.
Yes. Those are great.
And then of course I watch like the weekly stuff that I like to watch. I watch AEW because I like it. Whether people like it or not, I don't care. I like
when
it.
I hear AEW, I think Airborne Early Warning, so I'm sorry.
It's like the new version of WCW.
Of course, yeah, I got you.
So like I watch that, and I watch the WWE pay-per-views. So like this weekend, I'll be watching, you know, WrestleMania tomorrow. I'll be watching WrestleMania on Sunday. You know, I think like I lost favor with certain WWE things because it just became like their weekly shows became so redundant and pointless. And that's why like I can fill myself in because all the big spots are going to happen at the pay-per-view. They're not going to happen on, you know, Monday Raw, you know?
Gotcha.
So that's why I watch just the pay-per-views. But I think, you know, like tomorrow's card, from what I've seen, is there's like 2 good matches on it. I think Edge and Finn Balor are tomorrow night, which is going to be phenomenal.
Edge is still wrestling?
So Edge left in 2011 and came back last year or the year before. He was gone for like 10 years.
Yeah, I
with
I remember when Edge came on the scene. Yeah,
yeah, he retired, and he literally just came back.
I guess is Jericho back?
Jericho's still wrestling in AEW. He's never
No
stopped.
shit.
Yeah, he's never stopped.
Wow.
He's one of the bigger stars in AEW. He jumped ship to start that company.
Yeah, he was like one of the last ones that had like a great mouth. You know what I mean? Just freaking, he just knew how to freaking talk shit.
Right.
You know
Yep.
what I mean?
Yeah, and like Chris just put it in here, NXT's on at 1 tomorrow. I've been to a few NXT shows. That's like the developmental brand of WWE, and I'll tell you, when it's Triple H's baby. So like when Vince was still in charge of all of the company, he gave NXT to Triple H. And the stars and the storylines and all of their pay-per-views out of NXT, the black and gold, were better than what Vince and all of them were doing on the main roster. They were some of the best pay-per-views, the best storylines, the best wrestling I have ever seen in professional, pro wrestling. Then Vince took it over because he was getting jelly that Triple H was outshining him. Completely destroyed it. And now that he's gone again, Triple H is back and running it, and it's getting better. It's coming out of the slump.
Yeah.
Sean's running it now. I thought Triple H and Sean were still running it. Interesting. Chris just put in that Shawn Michaels is running NXT.
Oh, no shit.
But even still, even that
That's
is
pretty
going to
good.
be
Yeah.
amazing. Like I said,
Yeah.
I watched their last pay-per-view, and I didn't watch any of their other pay-per-views in like the last 2 years since they went to like the new brand of it.
This is funny, but I mean, like, just think of the staying power. Like, Shawn Michaels, like, dude, like, I was a kid when he was wrestling.
Yes. Yeah.
He was, him and Marty Jannetty were the Rockers.
Yep.
You know, it's like, damn. I mean, that's some staying power.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, and that's it.
Shit.
Like there's certain people there that have been there for, forever.
Yeah.
And
That's awesome.
yeah, so I heard, so Chris just put in here 2 years ago Edge returned. I thought it was 1 or 2. So 2 years ago Edge returned. And I did hear that they might bring, so the storyline building up to the Edge Finn Balor match is just quick synopsis. Is like Finn Balor is a Scottish wrestler or an Irish wrestler. Sorry. Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal indie talent. And he runs this faction like a heel faction. And they've been going back and forth with Edge and Edge's wife for like, I don't know, the last year. And it's all culminating at WrestleMania. So Edge, being to make it better, said, we're going to do this in a Hell in a Cell match, and I want you to bring your demon personality. So like one of the things that Finn Balor does is every so often, like once a year, once every other year, when he's got a really, strong opponent, he brings out his split personality, which is this demon character. And he dresses in makeup and he acts different, and it's phenomenal. His whole entrance changes. It's awesome. So Edge said, hey, I want, the demon. And so he got the demon at WrestleMania. So now everyone is thinking that to get Edge up to the level of the demon, he's going to bring back Gangrel and Christian to become the Brood again. And this way, they can go and they can fight, Finn's faction as the demon. I think it'll be interesting. I think, honestly, Gangrel's going to show up. I don't know if Christian will show up because he's under contract with another group. He's with AEW right now, so I don't know if he will show up, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Yes, Chris, you are 100% correct. Edge did start that faction, but that was a long time ago, and I don't really care anymore.
Yeah.
So yeah, you've missed a lot. You have missed a lot.
Shit.
So
right.
I think it'll be interesting. Like I said, I'll be watching it tomorrow. I think it starts at 8, something like that. So you and I can text back and forth, and you can tell me how much this sucks. While I'm like, did you just see what happened?
And I'm like, where's the hot rod?
Right? Dead. Oh my God. That's the one sad thing about watching ECW, guys. Like, I was like, I'm sitting there and Jess does not watch wrestling with me at all. She thinks I'm like less intelligent because I watch it, but whatever. And I'm sitting there and I'm watching ECW on the big screen one day, and she comes in and I'm like, yeah, I'll turn this off. And she's like, no, like I'm going to read my book, whatever. And, I'm like, it's really sad, like watching this, because I was like, just in this one camera shot, there was like 7 guys and 5 of them were dead.
No shit.
And that's the one crazy thing about watching like old wrestling is I'm like, this guy's dead, that guy's dead, that guy's dead, this girl's dead. Like,
I was watching one on Peacock the other day, and it was like fucking Mr. Perfect came out. I'm like, oh fuck yeah, he's dead too.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah, they're all fucking gone, dude.
It's crazy. And, some of them died of like natural causes. They had too many roids, and the next thing they had a heart attack.
It's not necessarily natural, but I mean, they didn't fucking murder their families and then kill themselves.
That I still don't know if he did that. Just saying. That's my opinion. I don't know. There's a lot of evidence that says that, Sullivan was the one that actually did it and pinned it on him. I'm just
really?
That's just my opinion. I don't think Benoit did it. I think Kevin Sullivan did it and pinned it on him. But that's just me. That's just my opinion. Oh, that's right. Cena and Theory are tomorrow. That is true. I forgot about that. They're starting the show. Yeah, John Cena's coming back for a one-nighter against Austin Theory. I think it's going to be a good match. John Cena can still wrestle. I don't know if they're going to put the strap on him, though. It'd be interesting to see, like, it would be interesting to see, like, him win and then go out Monday night for his, U.S. Title Open challenge, and then have somebody, like, surprise entry and make their debut. I think that would be cool.
I'm just laughing that you said you're going to put a strap on John Cena.
Well, I mean, a belt is called a strap. Just saying. I didn't say I was going to strap John Cena. That would be dirty. Oh, man. All right, Phil. So how's Phil? Since he's like, yep, I'm checked out. They're talking wrestling, and I don't care because,
No, I'm a
like,
big wrestling fan.
He's like, yep.
What do you want to talk about?
He's like, I'm checked out. Whatever. Who cares?
I'm talking about my lats. My delts. Check out the delts here, man. My quads.
So I have something we can talk about. We will talk and head into the final segment of the night.
Oh,
Fuck up.
You're not helping the PTSD.
Nope, not at all. Nope, not one bit. So Phil, what didn't you fuck up this week?
Kind of hard.
I need a crickets button.
Yeah, you do.
What are you doing down under the camera there? Stop moving. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
People are watching. Get that finger out of your finger. Get that finger out of there. You don't know where that finger's been.
Oh my God.
Well, I mean, the gym's still been going pretty good. I got 2
All right,
months left.
if I can't say I didn't fuck up the cooking, you can't say you didn't fuck up the
No,
fucking
I know.
busting out your squat thrusts. All right. You did that already.
Blaine, I apologize. I'm sorry. I just blew out Blaine's eardrums. Sorry.
Oh,
I will remember that. I'll write a sticky note and post it on my screen for next time.
crank it down a little bit.
I did during the thing because it even hurt my ears. Yep. I'm a jerk. That just means that, Blaine, next time you should watch it like, not on your phone with your headphones. You should just watch it, on a TV while you're working so everyone else can watch how stupid we are too.
Oh, look at the carnival barker here. Step right up.
That's right. All right, Phil, go.
I'm trying to think. I fucked up a lot of things this week.
Good, because the question is, what didn't you fuck up?
Exactly. I had been getting a couple no-hitters at work. I'm kind of nervous.
Oh, there you go. That means
Yeah.
That
That means I'm up.
that
God,
means-
it's
you got
got
a good one coming.
Here's the RSI coming. Yeah, buddy.
Yep. Busload of fucking nuns on fire, falling off a cliff.
they're in God's hands now. It's all right.
Yeah, so every single time that I was not busy for a while, I either did an RSI with Gerard or a cardiac arrest with Gerard.
I've had no-hitters for like the past 4 shifts.
I swear, every time I walk in a building, they should just fucking play "Don't Fear the Reaper."
Right?
You
That's
know?
right. So myself and the other medic in my area, in my zone on Sundays, we have started turning into Gerard. We have started to fly. One of us will fly a patient every single Sunday. At least one patient every single Sunday.
Dude, it happens, man. I wish I didn't have that stigma, but I can honestly sit here and I sleep perfectly fine at night, and I can say that not once did I fucking put anybody on a helicopter that fucking did not need to go.
Yep. Yeah. So, hint, hint, warning, warning. Tomorrow is our April 1st episode of the podcast, and I will be reviewing a very, very interesting call that just so happened to get flown in the end by these providers. So yeah, it makes sure that you see, I will put out all the time and place and where we're going to be streaming it tomorrow. So check out, social media and Discord for that. But yeah, you'll definitely want to hear that. It's going to be a really good episode. Especially for the discussion that's going to happen afterwards, I think. It was something that I've honestly never seen before, which I think makes it even better. So all of you should tune in tomorrow night or tomorrow day, whenever the heck we do it. What?
Nothing.
What?
You're like, it's something I've never seen before. I was like, what, a shark eating an octopus? Or... I don't know. That's something I've never seen before.
Yep. No, this one got me. Like, I was talking with the providers and they're like, yeah, what do you think what do you think is causing this? And I'm like, fuck if I know. Like, I don't know. It was that weird. Can't say I've ever heard or seen anything like it. So it'll be interesting to kind of see what you guys think as we go through it tomorrow. So
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yep.
Yeah, no. It's just one of those things where it's like, I should have a fucking business card made up. Like every time I walk in somewhere, it's like, hey, this is G. G flies a lot of people out. Hope you like the helicopter.
I think the company that we used, we fly with should have given you like a set of, wings or something. Like, hey, you've given us $4 million in business. Here you go.
I got plenty of wings. Just give me the stock options.
Yeah, right? I could tell you, I would love to figure out how much you made that company. Like,
it was like almost 2 months every time I went on shift. Somebody flew out.
Every bit of it.
I remember coming on, like every time on Facebook, it was like, hey, guess what? And then I'd take a picture.
Yep.
And it was like you could just like flip through the fucking Facebook pages, and it was just like a fucking stop motion me with fucking helicopters behind me in every single one.
The
Sometimes it'd be at 135, sometimes it'd be an A-star.
Yep. The coolest one was the one that my wife was in right behind you.
Yep.
That was still the coolest one you've taken.
And that was that was my first day.
Yep.
As an EMT.
Isn't that fun?
So that should tell you something.
Right. Yeah, it didn't even wait until you were a paramagician. It was like, we're going to start now.
It was my first call.
Nice.
Number one. Uno.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah.
That's awesome. My first call as an EMT was a cardiac arrest. So
So
you
was
know,
mine.
Kind of
yeah,
the same boat.
whatever. Like, yep, this is
Well,
great.
this is why I laugh. And I don't mean to like belittle anyone, because everyone learns at their own pace and they learn differently. And if you're a slow starter, it's no big deal. Just keep at it, and it'll all fucking click one day. But like, there is something to be said about handing somebody a cinder block and saying, "Here, jump in the water."
Yeah.
Because that literally, like, that's what happened. Like, Scuba Steve was my FTO.
Mm-hmm.
So
There's
Scuba
how.
Steve.
Yeah. There's how that went.
And the medic was, I never met him before. Brand new. I was riding as a third. It was my first day. Brand new EMT. The card's dripping wet. And and we get there and jump in the back, and he's handing me like all these bags. I'm like, I don't know what these fucking bags are for. We get out the back, and I'm like, what are we gonna do? And he's like, well, I'm gonna go unfuck fire, because they were pulling up on the wrong side of the interstate. And he goes, points to the medic. He's like, go with him and do what he says. And that's it. That was my instruction. That was my guidance. My field training, shall we say. It was basically, go with him. And that's when I learned, like, also that whole scene safety thing doesn't really matter. You just crawl right in the fucking cab of the tractor trailer. Okay.
Yep. 100%. See you later. Goodbye.
I was like, scene safe? No.
No.
I mean,
Who needs that?
I got BSI. We're good.
Yep. I got my
That's the
spirit
first half of
hands. We're good.
It's gonna be bad when the medic dives through the freaking front window, gets in there, and you're putting the bags down, getting them opened up, and then you look up and the tourniquet he brought in with him comes flying out, and he just comes out. He's like, "Abdominal bandages, bring them all," and he goes back in.
Yep.
Like, okay.
Alrighty then.
What are those again?
Oh man. So yeah, I think it'll be interesting. Like, I'm gonna try something for the first time ever. At least in the region that I teach. And I think it kind of will go with the baptism of fire thing. And that I'm going to have CFR students do ride time, which is not required by New York State. However, I can put it in the program. I think it'll be a good opportunity for them to do some stuff, and also see the other side of things. See the complete process. But I think a lot of that is going to be baptism by fire as well. Phil, your right ear is beautiful, because that's what I can see right now. It's absolutely beautiful.
Looks like he's ready to take a nap.
That cowboy poster is even more beautiful. Don't you have a desk, man? Like,
No.
weird. Who
You don't
doesn't
have a desk in your dorm room? How do you
No.
study?
You're such a douche. Oh my god, that's just not right.
Hey, dude, I mean, I got my major award behind me. That's it. My wall's a bear, so don't even worry about it.
Yep, that's true. I should get you one of those flags from Jared. We could mail it to you and put it right up there, like I got. The
I should
flag
give you one of
behind
these posters.
You should. I'll put one up right behind me,
it.
right next to Old Glory. In fact, I'll feng shui it so it's lined right up at the tip.
Oh my god, that's just not.
Which
right.
one do you want?
The one when you're playing pocket pool.
All right.
God. Oh damn. Explain that one to your wife. Oh Jesus. So So, we got a really good question coming into the chat, but I'm gonna finish up this segment and then we'll end with that. So Blue Lion, just hold on. We'll get to that.
I want to know the question.
Just shush. I'm gonna shush you for a second.
Oh, I just got shushed.
You did. The question's gonna wait 2 seconds because it's really
Damn.
good. So I don't want to take away from what didn't you fuck up. So really quick, Gerard, what didn't you fuck up? And then we'll get to the question.
What didn't I fuck up?
And it
Well-
can't be dinner.
I was gonna say, well, it can't be chores because I didn't make the bed today, so fuck that up. And of course, I heard about it.
suck, you jackass.
What didn't I fuck up? I kind of keep going back to making dinner. Like, dude, like I made this freaking like just off the cuff, this really cool like pork chop dish tonight. Like, just blew my fucking mind away. Fucking honey, garlic. You know, first I fucking seared them, then I laid them on a bed of freaking spinach in a baking dish. Poured the juice all over it from the little concoction that I made with the honey, the garlic, the butter, and the little bit of vinegar and some chicken stock, and then into the oven it went for 20 minutes at 390, and out it came, and holy fucking shit was it good. So yeah, I
Gordon Ramsay over here.
did not fuck that up.
Again, it
Rock
sounds
that.
absolutely delicious.
You're talking to somebody who lived on room service and fucking delivery his entire life. Well, his entire adult life, I should say.
Mm,
Well, up until a certain point.
right.
And then I got into EMS and like, whew, didn't have that money no more.
Nope. Why would we have that money? Bye.
3 a.m. Indian food, that ain't happening, baby.
Nope. You
gonna
might
get that
might have
burger.
3 a.m. like Cumberland Farms food.
How do you like that little twister that's been underneath the hot lamp all day?
Tornado. So I must say my non-fuck up is for the first time, and I can honestly say that typically I prepare for like half a class. So I have an upcoming CFR class that is starting this Thursday. And for my EMT classes, I always prepare for like half the class, and then I play catch up the rest of the half for like the back end.
Mm-hmm.
This time for the CFR class, I am 100% ready. And I am so happy that I don't have to do a damn thing. I don't have to make a presentation. I don't have to make nothing. Everything is done.
This guy.
Oh yeah. Like I'm still going to screw it up. Don't get me wrong.
All I was going to do was recite to you the immortal words of Winston Churchill. I'm sorry, Sir Winston Churchill.
Sir, yes.
Yes. When he said, after years of preparation, we have found that we are completely and utterly unprepared.
Yup, that's 100. That's what's gonna happen. 110%. I'm gonna find myself screwed out of the water, and be like, "Oh man, I fucked this up."
Yeah.
Maybe you'll have an update in a week where I'm like, "Yup, nope, I totally foobarred this entire situation."
Yeah.
So
yeah, remember that whole thing I was saying?
Take it back. So going back to Blue Lion's question, because I think this is a we do this stream to get people to get to know us, and
It's literally just chill. I mean, like, we ended up talking about wrestling for God knows how long.
Exactly. Like it is
Literally what we would do if we were sitting at your fucking house just chilling.
Bingo. And Blue Lion wants to know, where do we know each other from? So one of the we've talked about it on the podcast before, like, how we know each other and how this group kind of came about. Because Emily and Kelsey and Butch are missing from this, from this too. So there's even more of us. It's not just us three. It was funny. Like, Gerard, you and I met during paramedic class. Yep. I didn't know who you are. I didn't know, anything about you. I had never met you prior to that, even though you worked in the county that I lived in. I just didn't work in that county, so I never crossed paths with you until paramedic class. And
to be honest, that agency didn't like playing around in the rest of the county.
Right.
Just kind of like their own little kingdom.
Exactly. And you know, it was funny. I don't even remember really how our friendship kind of became about it just sort of happened.
Yeah,
and that's kind of how I remember it, because you didn't like me for the first couple months because, you know, angry eyebrows and I didn't talk.
It was angry eyebrows and he didn't talk, and I was like, oh, motherfucker thinks he's like the fucking king shit. All right. Right. I'll just be back here in the back of the room making fucking jokes.
Right.
You know, with Abrahamson.
Right, right. Mr. Ketamine. All right.
The diaphoretic medic.
But that's so true. Like, for, you know, and, you know, I get that a lot. Like, I'm not a big social creature when I first get to know you. I kind of just ignore you. So, like, I didn't really talk a lot.
I think it was like Tom, like I was talking with Tom or something. Well, I mean, there was Jaina, because she was one of my paramedic, and she was one of my EMT instructors when I was a new EMT.
God bless her.
And then it was like, we were, you know, it was like Obi-Wan being in the same class as Luke.
Yeah.
You know, like, here we were both going for our paramedics at the same time.
Yeah.
And you knew her from, I guess, Greenport.
Yep.
And,
yeah, we were working together.
So yes, like I would be passing her up jelly beans that I would steal out of Purdy's
Yep. Yep. Yeah, and I would always be the dick that was like, nah, I don't want jelly beans. As I'm like, man, I want jelly beans.
Right. Everybody wants jelly beans. But yeah, I think one day it was like Tom and I were talking or something. We're talking about something. I forget what the fuck. And then like something clicked and you started talking and then Kyle started talking. We were all sitting there talking, and then we're gonna meet up somewhere or something. Like
we started having lunch together at the college.
That's right.
And and that's when we you know got to talking, and then after paramedic, before paramedic even ended, we started studying together with my father-in-law.
Right,
just
right,
you, me, and my father-in-law, making us feel like miserable ants in the dirt.
Right.
And you know, like, really, you're that dumb? Yes, Foster, right. I'm really that dumb. And you know, the friendship kind of flourished from there, and then we graduated paramedic school. And you and I went on an endeavor.
On my birthday.
Yes.
Because remember, we walked out of there and it was like, holy shit, I just got like butt raped by a fucking accountant.
Yep.
And it was like, hey, guess what? It's my birthday. Everyone want to go out and get something to drink?
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. So, you, Kyle, Tom, Jaina, me, of course me.
I would hope you'd show up for your own birthday.
Full Freak, Greg.
Yes, Greg came. Yep.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, there was a nice little group of us who went to the flight line.
Yep.
And, they had wings and shit. Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah, and so like and then after paramedic school, you were working in one area, I was working in a completely different area, and we had grown so close in the last few months of paramedic school that then you and I started a different podcast together.
That is true.
And you know, we were here and there and together all the time, and you know, and then it morphed into this, and you know, I mean, you're so close to my family now that, you know, my kids still call you Uncle G. You know, and, you know, you watch them grow up for the last couple of years. And, you know, so.
From when Mason didn't really even talk.
Yeah. And, you know, it's crazy that we've been in each other's lives for that long. But yeah, so, you know, that's where you and I met. And we've known each other now for about 6 years, you know, give or take. And it was still heartbreaking when you left. I know why you had to leave, and you know, kudos to you, because now I'm stuck here. Even more because there's reasons that I won't say on the stream, but there's reasons why I'm stuck here even more.
If I could pay off your fucking mortgage.
It's not even my house. It has completely other reasons that I didn't tell you yet. Okay. So like, I was tremendously heartbroken, just like you were when you left. But yeah, and then,
honestly, I mean, I was like, yeah, and I even just recently, I don't know if Tammy's watching. She probably isn't. She had a long day today, so she probably crashed out.
I have not seen her in the chat,
Yeah, no,
so
she crashed. I'm sure she crashed out. Yeah, no, like we were talking the other day, and I was like, yeah, man, I've always been that tumbleweed my whole life. Like I never, as a kid, and this is not an exaggeration, from K to 12, I went to 16 different schools. Not an exaggeration. That's fact. We always moved around. So I was kind of used to that. Then, my adult life, I got into, flying, and then of course, no, I don't want the stable, airline career. I want to go to fucking faraway places and have people shoot at me career. So
yeah,
never really stayed in one place more than a couple of years, and then I ended up there. And it was funny. Yeah, that was my time in New York was the longest time I had ever been in one place in my entire life.
yeah,
And I had friends that, I got friends from, back in the day that, from flying and stuff that, we email once in a while. Man, I don't even fucking have them on Facebook. You know what I mean? It's like,
yep,
whatever, I'm not, we'd had our thing, we partied, we went our separate ways, and
right.
we had some good laughs, but like I never get attached to anybody.
Right. Yep.
It seems like everyone I get attached to dies. So I just stopped getting attached to people.
I got a pacemaker so that wouldn't happen. So the universe tried to kill me like 15 times in 15 years. I said F you every single time. Now I got computers. I'm good. You ain't getting rid of this fucker.
We can rebuild him. We have the technology.
Awesome. Great reference. But yeah, so it was like we were talking about it, and it was like, yeah, not only was it like the longest time I've been in one spot, but like it's the longest time I've had the same people in my life.
Right.
In my entire life. You know what I mean? Like even with flying, you bounce around different places, and you're going out with different people and on trips and stuff. You're just always with new people, and revolving door kind of thing. But yeah, it was the first time. It was just like I had constants in my life. I had friends. I have friends that I'm still here talking with.
Mm-hmm.
Over this wonderful modern media that we have, and yeah, it was. The move wasn't hard because it's what I've always done.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you saw how fast I had to move too. It was like
it was 2 weeks.
Shit.
Gone.
Yeah, he got the job in 2 weeks, and he doesn't have any place to live down there. And all of a sudden, it's like, boom, okay, I got a townhouse, I got this.
Right. It was wild.
Bye.
Yeah,
and
it was wild.
And that's how I've always lived my life. Was just ready to fucking go at a moment's notice.
Yep.
And so it was nothing new. And then I'm down here, and then it's like little by little, it's all of a sudden I'm like, oh man, this ain't cool.
Yeah.
Like the first time, like this fucking sucks.
Mm-hmm.
I actually miss people.
Yeah, and that's why I love that we can do this, and at least spend this kind of time together. But so we can't forget about the Phil Foundation here, because Phil's still an important part of this group.
Oh well, I was gonna say real quick. So like Butch, I used to work with Butch.
Yep.
I met him working out west, where now your wife flies out of.
Yep.
So that's where he and I met. Kelsey, I actually kind of helped guide her through her EMT and stuff, and then turned her over to him.
Yep. Yeah, because
then
ultimately you and I started working at the same agency together.
Right.
And Kelsey was a junior there, and that's where the first podcast, if you listen to the Medic Materials podcast, that first episode was recorded in the back bedroom of that building. It's awful. Don't listen to it. But if you do, that's where it was recorded, was the back bedroom of work.
Like
Kelsey was there. I was there.
Let's do it.
And so Kelsey was great. She was, going to be the EMT at that time, and she had all these questions. So he brought her on the show, And, you know, so that's where we knew her from because she was a junior at that agency that you and I were working at. And then Emily, I've known Emily for eons, being that I worked in that county that her and her husband live in, and I was partners with her husband, Corey, for a decade or more, in some form or fashion. So I had known Emily for years, and that's where she came on board. But Phil, I will let
Justin was my former permanent partner.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, and that's why we
Justin
rag on Justin so much, and why we rag on Chris, because I used to work with Chris too. But Justin, I think, has the most weird meeting and bringing into the mix, especially being that it was meeting with me, that he can then go and explain. Poor Phil. I still feel bad about this, Phil.
It's all right. Well, I mean, the first time I met Kelsey and I went to high school together. She was a year under me, so I graduated a year before she did. So I had known her for years, and she was the one who told me about the podcast that like you guys all did.
Yeah.
So I was listening to it while I was in medic school, and then of course, you know, the infamous I meet Mike at the local trauma center.
That was so bad.
And I'm like, hey, man, I really like the podcast. Like, you know, I recognize your name, blah, blah, blah. And I get oh, thanks.
Okay.
Wow.
It was like
somebody off.
It was like 2 a.m. It's the middle of COVID. I'm tired. And this dude just walks out, no clue who he is, doesn't say like, hey, I'm Phil. I'm a big fan of the podcast. Like, doesn't do any of that. He just goes, hey, are you Mike Turk? And I'm like, yeah. He goes, love the podcast, man. And like, just staring at me with his mask like this. And I'm just like, cool, dude. Thanks.
Oh,
like,
I forgot.
So it was awkward for me too. But my, angry eyebrows, I apologize if it was mean. It was not supposed to be mean.
So then I of course I text Kelsey like, oh, I think Turk's, all pissed off at me. I think I did something. So then, a couple weeks later, Kelsey had asked me if I would ever be interested in being on one of the recordings back way before we did the, in person, the live stream, stuff like that.
Way before he ever talked.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, absolutely. So then I get a text from a random phone number who I have no idea who it is. Like, hey, if you want to be on the podcast, be at my house at like 7:30 p.m.
Yep.
This is where I live. And I looked, I'm like, well, it's either Mike or a serial killer. So either way.
and at the time, well, he still does, but I was gonna say, he kind of lived in an area that looked like a serial killer would live.
Damn, Skippy. I mean, I think I live more in an area that is serial killer-ish.
Now it's like, by the time you get into all those winding roads and turns and seasonal roads and shit, and it's like, man, I'm never coming back from this.
Right.
So then, hanging next to the deer.
The first time I met you, Gerard, we were doing Turek's first EMT class.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Practical. And we went the entire day without saying a fucking word to each other.
No shit.
And like right as you were about to leave, I said, hey, I'm Phil, by the way. And I got, that's who the fuck you are?
That's right. Because I didn't know, I'd heard Phil. I didn't know who the fuck you were. So I'm like, this dude helping out. Cool.
Well,
like, I'm Phil, and I'm like, oh, that's who the fuck you are.
And it was really funny too, because like Phil and I worked at the agency that you and I worked at after you left.
Yeah.
And he walks in one day and he became my relief. So like he'd walk in and here's this guy walking in and I'm like, oh, this is the dude that said hi to me at the hospital. Like, okay, I got to be nice to him. And I was like, hey man, how you doing? Blah, blah, blah. And he's like, hey.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, you guys are freaking killer. So yeah, so then eventually Phil and I got to know each other and I realized that, he liked education. He wasn't an idiot. And, you know, he met all the requirements to be on our show. And he was just awesome. So, you know, I was like, that first episode, when we did the MCI episode on the podcast, that was Phil's first episode. And he was fucking amazing. Like, absolutely. I remember Gerard being like, after that show, I was like, what'd you think of Phil? And he's like, dude, Phil was on fire. Like, jokes, like, you know, he knew like the cues, like he was just brilliant. Right. I was like, done. He's a show member now.
Right.
So, you know, yeah, that's kind of the history of us. But yeah, so guys, there's a couple people asking for the podcast. I put the link tree for the podcast in the chat. You can go and find that, literally, Medic Materials Podcast, anywhere you get your podcast. YouTube, Google Podcast, Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, literally anywhere you get your podcast, you can find us. There are 60 episodes on the podcast platforms for free. There's another 19 on Patreon that costs $5 a month. But you get that third Patreon episode, which we save all of the wild and crazy shit for the Patreon episode. So they're worthwhile. Phil, your Patreon, is it worthwhile?
It's worthwhile.
Yeah, it's totally worthwhile.
It's shit that you just can't talk about it on fucking YouTube.
Right? So yeah, it is definitely a fun time. It is exactly like this. We just talk about calls and we talk about medicine. And if you're a New York State EMT, CFR paramedic, you can actually go on to the Medic Materials CME Academy, listen to the podcast there, and get CME credit for it. If you listen to it on, you know, Apple or Spotify, I can't give you credit for that. But if you listen to it through our academy, you can get CME credit just by listening to us, you know, banter around and have a blast on the podcast. So if you are interested, there will be posts tomorrow morning on the Discord as well as the Facebook group on when we are going to live stream tomorrow. It's April 1st, so the 61st episode of the podcast will be going up tomorrow. At some point, it will be another live stream, and then like an hour or two after that, it'll hit all the podcast platforms for people to listen to. Blaine,
just to chime in real quick.
Go right ahead, man.
The quiz I'm working on right now is for one of the prison episodes. So
we get to talk about the prison wallet again?
So if you want to literally earn CME credit answering questions about the prison wallet and sauce and salad.
Oh, yeah.
That's freaking phenomenal. Love it. Absolutely love it. But you know, when we started the show, it was a little stiff. I will be 100% honest. The first couple episodes are really hard to listen to, but there's some great information there, and I didn't want to just take them down. But once we found our flow, and we brought in, you know, Gerard and I have always been there. We brought in Emily and Kelsey more or less every show. Then we brought in Butch and Phil, and the show is just growing. It's worldwide now. There's tons of downloads. And I think once we found our format, you know, going in, talking about the call, talking about the discussion or the education points that we want to hit, but also being in the most free-flowing, happy-go-lucky, you know, fashion, you don't even feel like you're learning something. You literally just feel like you're part of the group in the back of, you know, the ambulance building, having fun.
Yeah, I mean, look! It's so fun and so exciting. He's just fucking surfing away on his phone.
Yeah, I mean, it's Phil. He can't talk.
Like a French marquis.
Blue Lion did call you out, Phil. He's asking if you fell asleep. But Blaine, thank you very much.
You can see the glow from the phone on his face as it's moving by.
Chris, thank you again. Another great show full of laughter and fun. Absolutely awesome. Blaine, thank you very much. Highly recommend going back and listening to all of them. 100%. Blaine's been a Patreon for, I don't know, a year or two now. So thank you again for that support, Blaine. You're awesome.
Got some new equipment.
Damn Skippy. And Michael, I apologize that you are stuck on a post, but hopefully we could, bring you some laughter on that post. All of these streams are, like on the YouTube channel. I just repost them. So if you feel like, you're still bored, go back and watch last week's or the week before's, or one of the podcasts. So till next time, guys, thank you very much for joining us. Again, the podcast tomorrow and the end of tour next week. And Gerard, lead us out, man.
Donuts.
There you go.
We got to get Corey to do it.
We do have to get Corey to do it, but, we will get there. All right, guys.
Those donuts OG.
Yeah, right?
All right.